Jenna's Law. Thank you. Over the next 16 plus years, I worked with Jenna all across America to make certain that people knew what Jenna's Law was all about. And we got that bill implemented in over 35 states in this country. Think about that for a moment. And it all started with this incredible CAC that serves you today, here in Wise County, here in Denton County, and the entire region. I also want to share with you the good news about Jenna's Law, that at the year end, at the mark of the end of the year, 1 week before Christmas, we passed Jenna's Law to become a federal law in America. It is now the law of the nation, protecting all 50 states and all of our precious kids. And again, it was an absolute extension of the work of this organization, the heart and soul of this organization. I also want to tell you that this session, my colleagues and I did a whole lot to continue to protect children. You heard about the funding for the victims of sexual assault, child abuse, supporting our CACs. We appropriately funded those critical operations that we know are vital. But as you heard a moment ago from Terry, state and federal dollars provide only 50% of the support that takes care of the CAC and its critical work in protecting our precious babies. And so I just want to thank each of you in this room today that's a sponsor, each of you that's considering sponsorship, because it's so vitally important that we continue this ministry, this mission, this work. And I want you to know how passionate I am about supporting you as you continue to take care of all of our children. This session, a couple of the bills I want to mention real quickly that we passed. We passed a number of bills to stop human trafficking. What another horrible atrocity that goes hand in hand with traditional child sexual abuse. I myself, in my own package, carried over 7 bills that we passed, specifically working to address stopping trafficking. Bills that will make certain that these traffickers will never, ever have the opportunity to receive parole. That's a big deal, because they were allowed to receive parole for all these years. We had to address that loophole. So when I see incredible leaders in law enforcement here in this room, I see our county judge, I see our DA, I see our good friend Andy Hopper, all of the folks that are involved in protecting children, we made a difference in going after those kinds of bad actors in this state. I also want to share with you that this session, one of those bills in the package, also specifically worked to help these young survivors to actually fly, to be able to recover. Those that had non-violent histories now can have their records sealed. Why? Because we want survivors of child sexual abuse, of horrible victimization of human trafficking, to be able to flourish, to be upwardly mobile again, to have the chance to go back to school, to get a job, and to live a normal life, and to have recovery, and to have healing. And so I want folks to know about that. And I also want you to know about the fact that we passed another major landmark bill just a couple days ago called Trey's Law. Trey's Law is all about making certain that NDAs are not put in place between an innocent victim of child sexual abuse and a predator. Predators were hiding behind non-disclosure agreements in Texas and all across this country, and Trey's Law says not anymore, not on our watch. And I'm so glad that we passed that bill. Look, at the end of the day, we all know the most precious asset that the Lord God has given us in this state, in this country, is our children. They are our future. They are everything. And so it's incumbent on us, in this time of leadership, for all of us in this room, to be stewards of this sacred trust the Lord God has given us to protect these precious kids, and do everything in our power to provide the resources and the support that they need. At our CAC here in Wise County, celebrating 5 years of service to the community and all across Texas, it's vitally important. So I just want to thank you for your generosity. I want to thank you, your corporate sponsors. I want you to come back next year and double the commitment that you made today. I want you to bring more people to understand the mission and the importance. It's not a topic that we want to talk about. It's not a pleasant topic to talk about, but it's one that we must bring light to the darkness. So I just want to thank you for all you do. Again, I want to thank the great leadership team, the board, the volunteers, everybody that makes our CAC here in Wise County and Denton County and the region so spectacular. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless our great state of Texas. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for having me out.